So Shakur Stevenson has been doing the media rounds for his upcoming fight in July. And just doing the media rounds in general, just putting himself out there to the media and answering the questions that have been posed to him. And obviously people want to ask him about Tank, and he's always going to say that he wants to fight Tank. I saw this article on Boxing News 24, and let's see what it's actually saying. Stevenson eyes Tank showdown despite July 12th Zepeda fight. Shakur Stevenson continued his campaign this week of trying to pressure Gervonta Davis into giving him a fight. WBC lightweight champion Stevenson, 23-0, 11 KOs, says Tank needs to fight him so they can prove who the best fighter is in the lightweight division. Shakur already has a fight scheduled against William Zepeda for July the 12th in New York City. It's a bad idea for him to be looking past that fight, assuming he's going to win, and renewing his push for a Tank Davis fight. He might lose to Zepeda 33-0 with 27 KOs, because this guy is easily the best fighter he's fought during his career. There's something greedy about a fighter looking towards another fight when they've already got a fight scheduled. It's gluttonous behavior. Shakur needs to finish what's on his plate. He said, I fought a cab driver. It felt like a hate environment. I thought we cool. If that's what you want, we can fight, said Shakur Stevenson to the Danza Project, revealing how the bad blood between him and Gervonta Davis started after he'd criticized him on social media for fighting a soft opponent. Shakur conveniently forgot to mention who he fought for Tank Davis to criticize him for fighting a tomato can. Most of the guys Stevenson has fought have been scrubs, so why should Tank give him artificial compliments? At least Gervonta was being genuine by telling him like it is. He's only stepped up once since moving to 135, and that was against Edwin De Los Santos 2 years ago in 2023. Shakur ran the entire fight, barely won, and was booed out of the venue. He later blamed his performance on having injuries, but then didn't take a rematch and hasn't fought anyone good since. I guess it's not meant to be between me and him to be cool, Shakur said, making it clear he wanted Tank Davis to praise him for beating a tomato can rather than telling him the truth. I guarantee he's sensitive as hell. It's okay for us not to be cool, but if that's the case, I think we should be fighting. Just because Tank criticizes Shakur for fighting poor opposition, it doesn't mean he has to automatically give him a payday that he doesn't deserve. Shakur must understand that's not the way things work in the real world. He's trying to cut corners by going from the electrician Josh Padley to Tank. It should be something that's happening that's going to make a fight between me and him, continued Shakur. I don't think he should be going to fight this person, that person, and the next person, or have all these other fights lined up, and I'm not one of them. I'm the guy, bro. The problem is he's not the guy. Stevenson hasn't fought the right people to put him in position to fight against Tank, because Padley, Arthur Hatatunian, and De Los Santos are not the right guys he needed to fight. He's proven he's good enough yet to share the ring with the king of the division. This guy, whoever's writing this article, is a joker, I can't lie. Shakur needs to run this little gauntlet first. This guy says he needs to fight Andy Cruz, Raymond Moratalia, Abdullah Mason, Jadir Herrera, Lamont Roach, Tevin Farmer, and William Zepeda before he fights Tank. Yo. I'm the guy that the boxing world wants to see you fight. When you go places, all you hear is Shakur and Tank. I know when he goes places, I know he hears my name. Let's make this stuff happen, dog. Let's fight. I've said you are the big superstar. I'm cool with that. Let's just fight. Let's negotiate. Me and Tank can get on the phone and negotiate. I'll be cool with that. I'm not tripping. It's boxing. It's an entertainment business. We're going to go in there and put on a show for the fans and show the world who is the best. Me and him need to show the world who's the best. To fix both of our legacies, somebody has to lose, me or you. Come on, man, said Shakur. Yo, I don't even know. This article, it doesn't say the name of the person that wrote the article. It just says by Nation Vegas. This article is mad bias. Whoever wrote this article either doesn't like Shakur or really likes Tank, or both. This is a really biasly written article. For one, how can he give Shakur a payday when Shakur gets paid basically more than Tank gets paid, really and truly? Because the PBC can't pay Tank. Shakur gets guaranteed $3 million a fight when he was with Top Rank. He's having this fight with William Cepeda. He's guaranteed $5 million. Tank don't fight for them money there, apparently, according to reports. But this guy talking about giving Shakur Stevenson a payday is ridiculous. Shakur gets paid, so that's dumb in the first place. Secondly, saying that William Cepeda is easily the best fighter he's ever fought in his career, that's way out of order. Because firstly, William Cepeda isn't even a champion. Shakur has beaten champions. I mean, I believe that Robson Conceição is better than Edwin De Los Santos, who this guy said he should rematch. Why should he rematch Edwin De Los Santos? This guy said that Shakur Stevenson barely won. He clearly won. He won that hands down. It was unanimous. It was a unanimous decision victory. What's going on with this guy? Every judge gave it to Shakur. So, and it wasn't even close in rounds. 112, 116, 115, 113. It's not even close. What are you talking about? Oscar Valdez is easily better. Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring are easily better than William Cepeda. What is this guy talking about? These guys are champions. He beat Oscar Valdez and took his belt, okay? He took Oscar Valdez's WBC title, which means he beat one champion already. He beat Jamel Herring. He was the WBO champion. Better than any William Cepeda, in my opinion. Oscar Valdez, also better than William Cepeda, in my opinion. He was the WBC champion. That's two champions that Shakur Stevenson has beaten. What are you talking about, my guy? He stopped Jamel Herring. He dropped Oscar Valdez. What are you talking about, my guy? These guys don't know what they're talking about when they're talking and writing these articles. He's not going from Josh Padley to Tank Davis. Josh Padley was a late replacement because two people pulled out of the fight. This same William Cepeda pulled out of the fight, and then that Floyd Schofield dude, he pulled out the fight. What are we talking about? You guys don't know what you're talking about when you're writing these articles. I read them and you're chatting rubbish. At least talk the truth about the man. Do you understand? He's got to lightweight. Nobody's trying to fight him. He's getting the fights that he needs to get. He won the WBC title against Edwin De Los Santos. Yes, it was vacant, but that was the first vacant title he won. Artem Hatatunian was a mandatory. What are you talking about? Josh Padley was a late replacement for a guy who replaced the guy that Shakur was supposed to fight, which was his WBC mandatory, which is this guy who he's going to fight now, William Cepeda. This time Tank is the one who's fighting nobodies all over the place. This time Tank is the one who's bringing up people from lower divisions to come and fight him, or putting weight restrictions on guys that he's trying to fight that are bigger than him, if they're so-called bigger than him. Tank ain't beaten no champions. The only champion that he's beat was the champion. It's that long ago, I can't remember the guy's name. Everybody else will remember it because everybody else loves off Tank. The only champion I give him credit for beating is Jose Pedraza. That's the only champion I give him credit for beating. That's the only champion he's actually beaten. He's won a bunch of vacant stuff, and he's got a lot of trinket stuff that aren't really the real titles. He hasn't beaten any more champions. So why are we saying that Tank is the best after we just saw what Lamont Roach done to him? These guys are still riding the Gervonta Tank hype train, and these times Gervonta Tank Davis ain't done anything himself. But one thing I do agree with is you shouldn't be looking past William Cepeda and still talking about Tank. Concentrate on your fight, focus on this fight, get past this fight, because I believe William Cepeda is going to be a tough cookie for you. His style is all wrong for Shakur Stevenson. But anyway, that's a fight that we'll talk about more as the fight date gets closer. But as for now, I'm just saying that Shakur Stevenson is letting it known that he still wants to fight Tank. And so he should. Why shouldn't he still want to fight Tank? That's a good fight. That's a good, entertaining fight. It's going to get a lot of people watching. A lot of eyes will be on that fight. But let's see you get past William Zepeda first, which I think is going to be a very hard task. I'll see you guys in the next video.